Here's example number 3. Again, we have the keyword equivalent. We're going to type all of this in and type this in and see which one matches. Except there's 2 things you need to know about this particular problem. First of all, there's an M instead of an X. So anytime there's a variable that's not X, could be P, Q, R, S, doesn't matter. You need to replace it with X if you're going to type it in the graph in the calculator. If you don't, new document, save changes, no. When you go to the graph, and if I just type in 2M or any other letter or variable, and I hit enter, the calculator is going to say create a slider. It wants to know what's the value of M. So if you ever see this come up, slider, that just means that you did not type X's. So anytime you see that, you need to trigger your brain to say, hey, I didn't put X's, I accidentally put M. You can just hit cancel, tab, up arrow key, and you can delete the M out and replace it with X. So again, everywhere you see an M or a different variable, you need to put an X in its place. Now, I'm going to stop here. I am going to type the rest here in a minute, but there's 2 problems with this equation or expression that the calculator doesn't like. And so even though I've changed these to X's, if I hit enter, it's going to show me there's an error. And for whatever reason, our calculator does not like to have a variable right in front of a parenthesis. Anytime this occurs, it's an easy fix. All you have to do is put a parenthesis around the X. Okay, any X that's right in front of a parenthesis, the calculator is going to show you error. So you have to just put parentheses around it. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and keep typing. +3, open parenthesis. I don't know if I stressed this enough, but control divide gives you that fraction. Anytime you have a fraction, control divide gives you the fraction. Then X minus 2. Enter. And here's the graph. So it let me graph at that time because I put that parentheses around the X. Then I hit tab. I type in my first answer choice for X squared. Again, I'm not typing the M's. I have to replace them with X. -1, enter. Not the same. Tab, up arrow key. Again, I like to delete out the first answer choice and then type in the second one. Control divide gives you that fraction bar. X squared plus control divide, 23 over 9, X minus 6, enter. Those 2 are not the same. So again, tab, up arrow key. I'm going to delete this out. Oops. Your calculator actually won't do that. 4x squared plus 8x minus 6, enter. And there they are, they match. It's exactly the same one. If you're not sure, you can click on the blue and you'll see it's blue, and then you can switch it from blue to red. So C is the correct answer. A didn't match, B didn't match, C matched. Okay, now I'll give you time to try one on your own. This is the one that you should have tried. So home, new document, save changes, no. Add the graph. Once again, it has a P instead of an X, so you've got to replace all the P's with X's when you're typing in your answer choices. Also, there's an X right in front of the parenthesis, so if you got the error, the reason why is 3. Again, you got to type X. But that X has to have an extra set of, you have to put an extra parenthesis around it because the calculator doesn't like it when it's right in front of a parenthesis. Minus 5x plus 5. So again, if you didn't put a parenthesis around this, it's going to tell you error. So if yours said error, that's the reason why. Now I know most of you are using Desmos at this point, but on this calculator, you need to remember to do that. Click enter. There's your first graph. You should have came up with answer choice C, so let's type that in and see if it's correct. Negative 15 x squared plus 15 x. Enter, and they exactly match up. So you should have came up with C as the correct answer. Those two graphs match.